everybody, it's Holly and welcome back to my channel, Smile by Holly. So out today from Knit-Wit Collections is their new knick-knack. It's called Little Greeters, Hello You. And this coordinates with the Hello You collection. Look, this is one of my absolute favorites. I love that hello right there. It has cute little telephones and wishes and butterflies and hearts and oh, I love this collection. So this coordinates with the brand new knick-knack that's out today called Little Greeters. So I thought, I get a lot of questions is how do you put that together? So I'm going to show you, we're going to make the two cards in this little greeter set together so you can just see how fast and easy. Now, what you'll be doing is you'll be printing the sentiments out and the elements out. And this is just a sheet of paper. You can see how it comes. Now, if you have a cutting machine, you can put your registration marks in the corners and have your machine cut it out. But you could also cut these out by hand. So just know there are a couple different options. What I have done is I have gone ahead and already cut out all of the different elements. And here we are. So these are all the elements that it will take to make the two cute little cards. Now I've added a few little extras. I've got my bows already with paper that matches the collection. I did want to mention that the collection also comes with different sentiments. So like this happy birthday, at the very end you could pop this over the top and it could say heartfelt hugs. There's a few other sentiments. This one right here that says thank you. There's a few sentiments, and then you could also change it to a hello you. So you could make these for so many different occasions. So I wanted to let you know, make sure when you go in, you notice that there's totally different sentiments to change the flavor of your card. So let's just get started and we will make these together. I've gone ahead and found two card bases that will match these collections. So we will start out with the base, but let's first make our envelope. So this envelope goes just nicely with both of these cards. So the envelope, once you cut it out, it looks like this. And you're just going to take your scoreboard and score right along the edge there, there, and there. And this is going to, let me move all this stuff up a little bit. You will just fold these up once you score that. Okay, that makes the back of the envelope. So then we can bring in our front envelope and you want to score it right there. I'm just going to eyeball it for right now. Okay, do you see how we just scored it right there? And then we'll put glue onto all of these tabs, and then this is just going to layer on top. Okay, so let's go ahead and add some glue onto these little tabs. How are you guys today? I hope you're having a fun day. We got to go up to the mountains over the weekend and did a little camping, and oh my goodness, it just filled my heart and soul up so much. You probably already know that I love camping. So, and we had a really good time. We waited until the week after Memorial Day, because Memorial Day in Utah and the mountains, it is just jam-packed full of campers. So we actually just went this last weekend, which was the week after Memorial Day, and I think it was much better, not just quite as crowded. So there is our envelope. Is that just so fun? And that folds down, and then you could write your to and from there. So that's our envelope. Now let's go ahead and take two of our bases. And I've done one in kind of an aqua and one in a light blue. We're going to bring in our base papers. Now when you cut these out, there's so many different options. Like you could cut out the base 3 or 4 times. You could cut out the different sentiments, 1, 2, 3, whatever. So just remember, the name of the game is you have options. Now I've gone ahead and I've already put some pop-up tape on all of my elements just so this video didn't go on for hours. But we've got the base of our card, and let's go ahead and add then this right here. I'm just going to leave a little border all the way around. Oh, that's cute. Let's do this on our second card. You will be amazed at how simple, you know, a beautiful DIY card comes out with almost no effort. I know I feel so proud giving away my cards, and really it's just simple. Okay, so there's our two bases. Now let me show you. You can see that they are already dimensional. So I am going to take a second one. Now this is exactly the same, and I'm going to put this on top. Now you don't need to cut this out twice. I just really like to make mine dimensional. So I've cut this same piece out twice, and we're just going to layer it on top. Now you might need to get above it just to make sure that it's all lining up. Yeah, that looks good. And then I've done that with this. Oops, I forgot my pop-up dots. So let me grab pop-ups. I usually just add, depending on how big it is, I'm just adding one in each corner. So what are you guys working on today? I would love to hear it. Now that summer is officially here, I would love to hear, are you doing fun summer crafts? Are you starting Christmas in July a little bit early? What are you doing? Okay, so let me show you. We've got now two bases on there, okay? Now, my next piece for this one is only a half of a piece, and instead of the full element. So I still did add 4 pop-up dots. Okay, now this is just going to layer on to here. Okay, yeah, that's nice. So there is that layer. Over here, we've got our happy birthday. And once again, remember, when you're done, you could easily change it to one of the other sentiments. Okay, I'm taking my cutout flowers. And once again, maybe get up over the top to make sure they are lining up. Okay, yep, and there you go. So I've cut that out again. So tell me, are you amazed? Is this like coming together so easy, or was this just like a dumb moment? It's like, duh, Holly, we can figure that out. I didn't know. I have questions on how you put these together. So that's what I'm showing you today. Okay, so there is 4 on there. Now let's jump back over to this card. Now this is just a partial element that we will put on. And I'm not sure if I'm going to leave this as thank you or hello you. Probably hello to you. But we'll just leave the thank you on now. We will be covering it up, or you'll cover it up if you want a different sentiment at the end. Okay, and I cut that out twice. You could just leave it at the 1 if you wanted to. Okay, I'm going to layer that on again. And then you can see, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers on there right now. Now we'll jump back over to this card. I took this embellishment, okay, and I did what's called an internal offset. So I just cut out the center. And I did this with my machine, my cutting machine, but you could also do it by hand. But I wanted to make this into a shaker. So I've cut this part out. And then I've gone ahead and I've added some acetate. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. A little bit of acetate. And then my thin pop-up tape. I love this. I get this off of Amazon. It's just super thin, and I put it all around the edges. So now we are going to add some sprinkles into here. Now when you're making shakers, you want to actually add the sprinkles or the shaker bits on the bottom element. Because it would be hard if I put this little shakers in there and then tried to flip it over. So make sure you're putting your elements onto the bottom. And then we're just going to pull off this tape. And I like to kind of push my elements a little bit flat to start out. It's kind of a weird one. Okay, and get up and over the top. Oops, see, I almost put that on backwards. Okay, so put that. And then go ahead and push down on all those edges so your little shaker bits don't come out. Oh yeah, that's so cute. Well, if you've watched any of my videos, you know I love making shakers. Now, this still says happy birthday, so if you wanted to change it, you would just put this on the top. And I am going to change it to heartfelt hugs. Okay. So there is our first one completed. Here is this one. Now, I think on this, I am going to use the Hello You. Okay, we're going to cover up our thank you, which is just fine if you were needing a thank you card, but I'm going to have it say Hello You. So put that up there in the corner. You know, one of the things is when we were up camping, I had a little break and I just sat there and made bows while everyone was talking. I loved it. Everyone's like, why do you need so many bows? And it's like, I like to kind of get them ready ahead of time. So when it comes to crunch time, a lot of times I already have a bow. And then we'll just add a few extras. I'm going to add a little bit of bling on the middle of my bow here. A little bit of bling here. That would be really cute to add some real buttons onto that. But I just wanted to show you kind of the base to making your card. Now, you have to keep in mind that if you make this too bulky or too dimensional, it won't fit in your envelope. So you may want to make your envelope a little bit bigger. So thank you so much for sticking with me during this tutorial. Once again, out today, it's the Knick Knack Lil Greeters, and it coordinates with the Hello You collection. I'll leave links down below so you can go in and check these out. I hope you guys have a fun crafting day, and I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye, everybody.